Welcome to webinar 6. This webinar is part of a project funded by the European Union Seabridge program. So in this webinar, we will look at future outlook on sustainability and circular economy in the composite industry. So the adoption of circular economy principles in the composite industry not only reduce negative environmental impact, but also increases economic efficiency, providing long-term competitive advantages. So forward-looking strategies will help composite industry understand how stakeholders in the sector can collaborate and how innovative technologies can be introduced to achieve both environmental and economic goals. So ensuring sustainable composite production, adopting a business model uh, compatible with the circular economy model and the contributions of innovation to the sector will be important. So sustainable composite production has undergone a rapid evolution in recent years. Innovative technologies create significant changes in manufacturing processes and allow for minimizing negative environmental impacts. Although composite materials are preferred in many sectors with their lightness, durability, and special performance features, the environmental impact of manufacturing processes still poses a challenge. So therefore, the development of more sustainable manufacturing techniques will shape the future of the industry because of the before mentioned CBAM and Green Deal regulations. So among these eco-design approaches, uh, more effective methods for material efficiency, waste reduction strategies, and also recycling technologies come to the fore. So chemical recycling used for the reprocessing of composite materials uh, reduces environmental impacts in the sector by enabling the reuse of materials after production. So in addition, bio-based composites and low carbon manufacturing techniques will help significantly reduce carbon emission for the composite industry. So carbon emissions can be reduced by ensuring energy efficiency. So that's possible by using more efficient production machines, optimizing energy consumption, and switching to sustainable energy sources. In addition, carbon footprint calculations are becoming increasingly important in the composite industry. So companies are developing new tools and methodologies to more accurately measure and monitor carbon emission. These calculations help determine which processes need to be optimized in terms of reducing carbon emissions. So in this part, we can mention some of the steps to take for transition to circular economy model. One of them is eco design and product life cycle. So one of the first step in transitioning to circular economy is to consider sustainability and recycling possibilities in the design phase of the composite materials. The other step could be recycling waste management strategies. So increasing the recycling rate of composite materials is one of the key elements of transitioning to circular economy because waste generated during production should be recycled as much as possible. And they could be processed for reused in the later production uh, steps or in some other applications. Um, so the transition to circular economy model is realized with the contribution of the entire supply chain, not just the manufacturing part. So suppliers and other stakeholders need to adapt to environmentally friendly processes. So that includes steps such as establishing sustainable supply chains, using recycled materials, or sourcing raw materials from sustainable sources. And the maybe other part or step, let's say, innovative business models. So in the transition to circular economy model, creating new business models and using innovative technologies are of critical importance. Of course, there are also challenges. Although the transition to circular economy brings many advantages, it might have some challenges, and that challenges could be technical, economic, regulation related, and consumer related. For example, recycling composite materials can be technically quite complex processes. The different properties of the components of the material may create difficulties in the recycling processes. In particular, recycling of high performance materials such as carbon fiber may be incompatible with the traditional recycling methods. So, in order to solve this problem, studies should be carried out on more advanced chemical recycling and maybe thermal recycling technologies. Another challenge is economic barriers and high cost of the transition. So that transition to circular economy model may require high initial investments for the companies. So in addition to investing in innovative production technologies, establishing a recycling infrastructure and transforming the supply chain may also be costly, especially for the small companies. But in the long term, this investment will provide cost saving and environmental benefits. Companies should consider the long-term economic and environmental benefits of the circular economy rather than the short term. And also, as mentioned before, regulation and consumer market related challenges uh, could be important parts of the transition. So these challenges encountered in the transition to a circular economy model can be overcome with innovative solutions and strategic steps. So when each challenge is overcome, the composite industry can take important steps towards a more sustainable and environmentally friendly uh, phase or future. Um, the successful implementation of the circular economy model in the composite industry requires the development of strategies based on innovative business models. So while traditional business models are based on a linear economy approach, circular economy strategies aim to continuously reuse, recycle, and preserve the values of materials. At this point, innovative business models may offer new methods that make make it possible sustainability and resource efficiency goal to be achieved by the composite industry. So we know that the innovation plays an important role in the composite industry's achievement of sustainability goals. So new technologies and processes can increase efficiency while reducing environmental impact and enable the development of more sustainable business models. So the impact of innovation on sustainability can be more efficient production processes. So processes innovation enables sustainable practices such as techniques that increase energy efficiency in composite material production and zero waste production to be implemented. So for example, innovative production techniques optimize material reuse, reduce energy consumption, and minimize waste in the production process. Such processes also reduce production cost and also may increase the competitiveness of the company in the sector. Development of new materials also important. So materials innovation in the composite industry has been always important. So it enables the development of more environmentally friendly and efficient products. At the same time, new business models uh, and value creation. So innovation is not limited to technological developments. It also creates new business models. Circular economy and recycling-based business models transform the value chain of the composite industry and enable it to reach a more sustainable economic structure. So when the production, use, and subsequent recycling of composite materials are considered as a whole, so new value creation opportunities emerge in the sector. That's not only ensures environmental sustainability, but also creates economic benefits for the sector. Um, Maybe one of the overlooked part of the process is to increase the consumer awareness. Um, so that's an important effect of innovation, is to contribute to consumer awareness and sectoral transformation process. The composite industry can create awareness about sustainability by introducing innovative solutions to consumers. So such innovations will accelerate the transformation process in the sector by increasing the market demand for more sustainable products. Thank you so much for joining the webinar.